Earlier this month, for the first time since A Maretime Bay Adventure's release, two criteria were met. One, I have a shiny new laptop. Two, A Maretime Bay Adventure was on sale. So I bought the game and played it. I have some thoughts. First, I need to acknowledge the problem. It's asking $40 for a game that lasts about 2 hours. That's crazy. Now, I got it on sale, and that's really the only reasonable way to get this game. Otherwise, it's just not worth your money. And while a sale can fix the price, there's really nothing to fix the lack of content in the game. It frustrates me, the things they didn't add to the game that seem like they wouldn't be that much extra effort. For example, you can see the outside of the Crystal Bright House, but you can't go inside. If you could just decorate the interior, it would add one more thing to do, using mostly assets that are already in the game. There are a bunch of shops in Maretime Bay, but you can't buy stuff at them. You can only interact with them when they're relevant to the story. If you could buy, say, things to decorate the Bright House or accessories to wear, it would add just a little more to the game. There are accessories, and that's one plus, but you unlock them linearly without ever deciding which ones you want to prioritize. Maybe if you could earn some kind of in-game currency to buy more accessories and decorations, then you would even be incentivized to grind the mini-games that they put in there. As it exists, the only incentive for that is that you can only play the other characters besides Sunny in the mini-games. They rendered these models, running and all, only for you not to be able to use them. That's what frustrates me about this game. There was clearly a lot of care, effort, and talent put into the game, but they kind of wasted it. Using mostly assets that they had already developed, they could have made a longer, more interactive game instead of this short, linear story without much replay value. But, like I said, there was a lot of effort put into this game, and it pays off. For starters, the animation is really nice. The lip syncing is bad, but Sunny's movement animations are on point. She has a few different gaits, different animations for stopping, starting, turning, etc. She looks super cute in some of the accessories. The settings are really pretty. I honestly feel like Maretime Bay is a more charming town and has more character in this game than in the show itself. We arguably see more of the town, and we certainly see it with more ponies in it than in Make Your Mark. There are a few really cool spots here, like this view of Maretime Bay from the Bright House, this swampy area, secluded beaches surrounded by hills, etc. The game introduces this idea that during Maretime Bay Day, money is not allowed and shops trade instead. It's a pretty charming detail. The voice acting is good. I think it's more polished than Make Your Mark Chapter 1. Hitch and Izzy in particular have some lines that they deliver in really funny, emphatic ways. They appear to have wrote a unique score and even a full-on song for this game rather than just recycling music from the movie or something, so good on them. The story is worth discussing. There are a few weird moments, like Sprout seemingly forgetting that he wanted to arrest Izzy, or this bunny mob that appears out of nowhere and really doesn't seem to have anything to do with the actual story. In terms of characters, the one notable addition is Primrose. As many other fans have noted, she is extremely cute. The voice acting is adorable, and in my heart, every pony in Equestria has a crush on Hitch. Movie Hitch really gave that playful energy, so when Primrose is like, him, I vibe with her, and I just feel like this is a concept that would have been worth exploring further in the show. But as for the story overall, I feel like it's kind of a better version of Make Your Mark Chapter 1. For one, Sprout doesn't disappear off the face of Equestria. The ending is optimistic for him, and I really would have liked to see him stay on the show as the deputy that Hitch obviously needs and never found. I think the big advantage this story has over Chapter 1 is that the crystals don't seem to be punishing the ponies for not getting along. Magic does glitch out, but it's not like the crystals are summoning thunderstorms and voids. They also don't tie the Earth Ponies' resentment of the Pegasi and Unicorns to their lack of magic, so you don't get this awkward moment where Posey is like, yeah, it's all okay now because I have magic too. Instead, the way Sprout describes how he's been feeling is a very real and heartfelt moment.
The last months have been so weird and overwhelming. So much magic and strange ponies everywhere. I just...
Ultimately, the problem is resolved by befriending the troublemaker and talking down the crowd, rather than them all having to band together against this external threat that the crystals pose, and then Posey getting over herself because she has magic, not because she saw the error of her ways. In fact, this story has a surprisingly real moment where Sunny's friends are all going to head back to their hometowns because every pony hates them now. I feel like this story has more meat to it than Chapter 1, and actually this emotional low point is less artificial to me than the one in the movie. I mean, overall it's not a particularly intricate story, but it does its job, especially when you stand it up to the mediocrity of Chapter 1. As for gameplay, it's pleasant. It's really easy because it is for children. I thought the minigames might be annoying, but they're decently fun. I'm just here for the ride. The story, the sets, the pure joy of rollerblading around town as Sunny with these lovely glasses on. It brings me joy in its simplicity. I wish the ride could have lasted a little longer. You can replay it, but nothing's going to be different because it's a very linear game. Overall, it's hard to put a number on it. Maybe like a 6 out of 10? Peace out.